Honey's Cooking, and on this video we are going to be making chicken tetrazzini. It is a delicious recipe that I got from a friend and it's a favorite in our family. What you're going to need is one box, which is 2 pounds of velveeta. This is the Walmart brand because it's a little cheaper, but same thing, melting cheese basically. And you're going to cut it into cubes. You need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 teaspoon of garlic. That's about a clove of garlic, so you can use the powder or you can use a clove of garlic. 1 package of spaghetti, 2 cans of tomatoes, 2 cups of milk, and you're going to need 4 chicken breasts. We're going to preheat the oven to 425 degrees, so it's heating up for us while we're preparing everything over here. I've already done that on our stove, so make sure you do that at the beginning. First, then, we're going to boil our chicken, and you're going to boil it until it's done and then shred it. We've already done that. As you can see, you're just going to shred it into pieces when it's done. And then we're going to use our broth from the chicken to cook our spaghetti. So let's do that right now. Okay, we've added our package of spaghetti, that's about 12 ounces, and we're going to let it boil for about 10 minutes so it gets nice and tender and it's soaking in those flavors from the broth. So we're going to put the top back on that and let that cook. We're going to head back to our tennis table for the rest of our preparations. Okay, now that our noodles are done, we're going to put those, and you can scoop them up, but I'm using tongs because that's the way I want to do it. But however you would like to transport your noodles to your pan, that's what we're going to do now. So we're just going to add those in. Oh, where's the guy? Okay, we've already added our noodles to the bottom of our pan and spread them across there. Now we're going to add our chicken. So this is our shredded chicken. I'm just going to spoon it in here. And the recipe's for chicken breast, but really you can use whatever you have. Whatever meat you want to add to it. Mix that in. Now we're going to add most of our cheese, which as you can see I cut it into little blocks, little chunks. We're going to add most of it because we want to save some to put on the top. So add most of that cheese. And I'm sure you could use a block of cheddar cheese if you wanted to too. There he goes. Okay. Well, maybe a little more. Cheese, and we're going to add our milk. This is 2 cups of milk. To the bottom. Our tomatoes. I'm using diced tomatoes, but if you want more spice to it, you can use rotel, and just 2 cans of rotel, same thing as the tomatoes. This kind of depends on if you want your tetrazzini to be more thick or if you want it to be have some liquid, some sauce to it. If you want it to be more thick and you don't like the juices, then you can drain your tomatoes, but we like the juices, so we didn't drain ours. Okay. And cut. We're going to mix this in really good. Mix everything together. Add our pepper. You're going to add a teaspoon of salt, pepper, and garlic, or 1 clove of garlic, depending on how you're doing. Okay, and 1 teaspoon of garlic. Make sure the spices are good and mixed in, and as soon as we get done mixing this all together, we're going to go add this to our oven for about 40 minutes. Okay, now that it's nice and mixed, we're going to take it over to the oven, and remember we're going to bake it for about 40 minutes. That does depend on your oven, but for ours we're going to make it average time. We're going to cook it about 40 minutes. Okay, now that our chicken tetrazzini has baked for 40 minutes, we're going to add the cheese to the top of it. And we're just going to space it out across the pan so you have a nice layer of cheese on the top. All the way across it. You can already smell it. It smells amazing. So finish putting these across. After you finish putting your cheese across the top, you're going to bake it for about 5 minutes until it's melted across. So it might be a little bit less, a little bit more, but average 5 minutes, just until your cheese is melted. And then it's done and ready for you to enjoy. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. We just took our chicken tetrazzini out of the oven, and it's got that nice layer of cheese on the top of it. As you can see, I've already got myself a plate of it, ready to eat it. Get a tomato. Very good. Make sure you blow on it before you eat it because it can be very hot, but it's amazing and wonderful. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.